Alright, so here we are on site at a Highclass Custom renovation. This is, I did this wainscot wall for these people about 3 years ago. I was here, we did a big renovation throughout the whole house. And it took a couple weeks, but I did this whole wainscot wall for them about 3 years ago. And it turned out excellent. So they phoned me back, that was about a month and a half ago, and they were wanting to renovate their kids' playroom, which is a bonus room over top of their garage. And they were wanting to turn it into a home theater. So I came in and I decided, usually I just take pictures of my work, but because I did such an extensive amount of work in this home theater, I wanted to take a video just so I can walk you through some of the details and some of the differences, the things that I pay attention to when I design a project like this and build it from start to finish. And at the end of the video, I think you'll clearly see just the difference in the caliber of craftsmanship and the types of details that I pay attention to when I'm doing this type of work. So without further ado, this is the home theater. I'll give you a quick scan of the room. So none of this wainscot paneling was in here. These were just bare walls. There was the window on that end. I kept the same window trim, but it had a header above it similar to the passage door, which is also original. So what I wound up doing, I did all of the wainscot paneling as well as the built-in wall unit on the far wall to house the screen. The electricians still need to come in. As you can see, the plate covers are still missing, and the light fixtures need the trim plates as well. That's the only thing I didn't do in here, that and the carpet, and then the installation of the audio video equipment was handled by a separate company as well. So just to give you some ideas, some of the details that I pay attention to, on the wainscot wall here, a common way for people to finish off a wainscot wall like this is they bring this molding right out to the end and then just clip the corner back. And I find that just, it looks really hokey, and it makes it so the molding sticks out and just looks funny right at the doorway here. So what I do is I add in a little piece at the back, and I miter that piece so that it returns right back into the wall. And the homeowner really liked that. It's just a small detail, a little piece. I did it on both sides of the door so that it matches, and it just finishes it off. It takes a lot longer to do it that way, but obviously it just looks so much nicer. Now on either side here, you can see there's these 3 panels that kind of stick out, and then on this side, same thing, except there's an open panel. This houses the audio video rack right here. All of these are cabinet doors that open with a touch latch, and then in here the audio video rack is mounted on a roll-out shelf. So this rack can come, if I open this door all the way, the rack can actually roll all the way out, so you can reach in behind it if you ever need to get at the connections behind it. And then each of these, they're all touch latch. You push them open, the door pops open. And these are all storage, nice 30-inch deep. I wound up cutting the hole out of the wall and fitting the cabinets in so that the doors would sit flush. Just added a lot of storage space to this room. And then obviously at the design stage, I needed to make sure the height of the cabinet so that chair rail molding runs at the same height, and all of the panels and everything, you can see I kept a consistent 3-inch spacing everywhere, all the way around, even for the moldings on the walls. Now, these moldings, they're just a surface mounted, sheeted the wall with 1/2-inch MDF, and then as you can see, each one of these little moldings was nailed on. All of those miters are perfect. My straight line, you can see everything is perfectly level. The chair rail runs all the way across, all the way down both sides. And this was just, I had to lay out this entire room before I even cut my first piece of wood, just to make sure that when it all came together, everything fit and everything worked. As you can see, my tolerances, I've got eighth of an inch, eighth of an inch, eighth of an inch everywhere. So everything had to be laid out perfectly. Otherwise, something just wouldn't have worked. Another modification I had to make, as you could see along this wall, on the bottom, there's floor vents that were done into the baseboard. Because I did cabinets on this side, you can see there was a floor vent in the wall. I just had to relocate it and pop it up into the floor there. I did all the framing modifications, the venting modifications. Like I said, everything but the carpet, the electrical, and the AV installation was done by me. As we move down to this end, you can take a look at this end wall unit here that I did. I ended up measuring the speakers. Fortunately, they had the speakers on site, which is ideal when doing something like this. And you can see those speakers are cut out and they fit perfectly inside. It's all insulated inside of the inside the wall unit, just to stop it from rattling or anything like that when they're watching a movie. And then tucked up inside here, we've got, this is a 120 inch wide motorized projection screen. And as you can see, the details, I've got a few nail holes still to fill there. I just nailed that piece up today. But you can see the finish. This is all a cabinet grade lacquer. This was spray finished on site. It's a waterborne, ecologically friendly product, and it is baby smooth. So I know it's tough for a lot of painters to get that smooth of a finish. That's why I prefer to do all the finishing myself. I did all the painting of the walls, and I did all of the cabinet grade spray finish. And if you look, the attention to detail again, if you look at this paint line, this paint line is straight as an arrow. It is perfect all the way down right to the end. All of my joints around this unit, everything is fit tight to the wall. Everything is fit. My tolerance is typically within a 1/16 of an inch. I try to make all of this stuff fit. And obviously everything is also perfectly level and square. So piece de resistance, if I can find the remote here. No, I think I left it out here. Yeah. So the motorized screen, I had to get the dimensions and figure out exactly where it was all going to sit when it was done. But it's all hooked up to a Connect 4. So you go home theater, control 4, and boom, the screen comes down, blocks out the light from the window. And stops perfect. So there it is. Speakers mounted up in the wall. They want me to paint those black. Nice 4K projector. These guys, they spent some money, that's for sure. And it shows, and it looks really good when it's all done. So I just wanted to do that. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll take some high quality photographs. I also built this little stage here. I don't know if you can see it on the floor, but they got one set of couches, and then I pulled power up through the floor. They're gonna have some powered home theater seating that goes up on this stage, and then that way if people are sitting in 2 rows, you don't get any blockage. So yeah, just that's kind of the difference. These are the details that I pay attention to that a lot of other guys, they just don't. When you get some of these contractors where they have a different guy for the framing and a different guy for the painting and a different guy for the cabinetry, a lot of times things just don't work out as seamlessly, and you wind up in situations where there's things that just don't look good. You kind of stand back and look at them and go, oh, that's not that nice. Whereas you look from one side to the other in this room, going all the way around. Oh, if I could stop shaking here. going all the way around. Everything is perfect. There isn't an open gap. There isn't molding out of place. There isn't something that there's nothing that doesn't look nice. And that's what I pride myself on, is taking the time to make sure that everything is absolutely perfect when I'm finished. So there you have it, folks. That's the Highclass Custom difference. If you would like some work, feel free to send me an email and I can come out and give you a free estimate. Thanks very much.